everyone, this is Archive of 12, and today we have a new and very special Rocket music song. This is So Sweet, the Amazing Digital Circus Episode 2 Candy Carrier Chaos song featuring Nick Carter from the Backstreet Boys. So it's important to note that this is going to have spoilers for Episode 2 of Amazing Digital Circus, or as I'm going to refer to it, ADC, because it's easier for me to say. So keep that in mind, that episode 2 of ADC will be spoiled here. If you have not seen that episode, I recommend you go do so before listening to this song. Link will be in the description below for this video if you want to watch it without my commentary, because it will be pausing and I will be talking about it. And without further ado, let's see what the Backstreet Boys' Nick Carter has cooked up with Rocket music today. Also, go support and don't fret. For people who don't know, Don't Fret is the indie horror music game that they are making. Rocket Music is putting in a lot of effort to try and create this game. Go check it out when it comes out.
So sweet, and I'm all out of time. Digital, and I'm out of my mind. Take me to the candy shop, all the way up to the mountaintop. So sweet, and I'm all out of time. Digital, and I'm out of my mind. Take me to the candy shop, all the way up to the mountaintop.
Salty has done a fantastic job of animating a lot of the Rocket music videos that we've been watching lately. This one is no different. I really enjoy this. This gives me a lot of Candyland vibes already. It feels very much inspired by obviously what happened in the show, but also it's got its own little thematic elements to it that I'm really appreciating.
Bubblegum clouds, lollipop trees, wandering the land that's got virtual leaves. I've been drowning in a digital dream and I can barely breathe. I'm lost at sea. I've been screaming at the top of my lungs, this place is a drug. Keep it all to myself, but she watches above. I'm a lost soul, only looking for love. I'm in a candy-coated nightmare, enough is enough. I got a bad, bad feeling in this place. The colorful swirls, a mystic rainbow haze. Sinister feel, cotton candy sway. Can anyone out there please just end this game?
I've got to ask, because I really want to know how this went down. How did Rocket Music get in contact with Nick Carter? Like, what was the process? I want to be a fly on the wall while that conversation was taking place, because I, for the life of me, can't imagine the Backstreet Boys on a nerdcore song, and yet we've got one of them here. So, like, I'm just curious, is it exactly like how they managed to connect? Like, did they work on a project together? Because I know Rocket Music has been contracted to make music for other people, whether they be like video game or movie trailers or I think some commercials. I'm not sure, but like I want to know like what the process was that got Rocket involved with Nick Carter of the Backstreet Boys to create this song, because I feel like it feels interesting and a little weird that that's the direction that this came about. But so far the song has been I'll be honest, I was expecting a bit more of a Backstreet Boys vibe from it. But so far it's been very how do I put this? It's an experience for sure. Um Auditorily stimulating, I think is the best way to say it. Just because of the different sounds that they've got going on with the instrumental. The slight vocal layering on certain parts when the words are getting well, actually it happened more than that. I was gonna say when the wording was getting a little bit more intense, but that's not entirely true. There was at least one other part where like it was still pretty calm, and they had like some sort of like vocal synthesis or something over the vocals. Um, so like everything about this is teasing and tickling my brain in a nice way, and it's just difficult to wrap my head around the fact that there's a Backstreet Boy on here. I'm gonna be hung up on that the entire time.
So sweet and I'm all out of time. Digital and I'm out of my mind. Take me to the candy shop, all the way up to the mountain top. So sweet and I'm all out of time. Digital and I'm out of my mind. Take me to the candy shop, all the way up to the mountain top. Quicksand like sugar, sugar. Quicksand like sugar pulls me down. And I'm all out of time. Digital and I'm out of my mind. Quicksand like sugar, sugar. Quicksand like sugar pulls me down. And I'm all out of time. Digital and I'm out of my mind.
I am surprised, honestly, that also, at least so far, not a lot of actual visual elements can be directly connected to the episode. Like, we haven't seen Gummy Goo, we haven't seen Fudge, we haven't seen any of the different mannequins that are supposed to be made out of candy. We haven't seen the princess. We haven't seen this is like just set in a candy coated background, and that's like, as of right now, the only link to the actual episode visually. So I'm kind of got my fingers crossed that we're gonna see like the area under the map where all the different like set pieces are, where Pomni and Gummy Goo like bonded. I'm hoping that we see that in some aspect. I'm hoping we see Fudge. I'm hoping we see like, you know, the trucks. I'm very curious because of the fact that so far visually this really doesn't connect much to the actual Candy Carrier Chaos aspect of Candy Carrier Chaos. It's mostly just candy.
Vanilla sky, sprinkles when the sun sets. Paradise, glazed with enticement. The highest of highs and I'm out of my mind. I'm stirring my eyes, feels like I'm stuck in time. Why is my spirit taking flight? I'm feeling weary. Am I alive or in a digital series? A circus and characters in the revel, are you hearing? All the screams from the nightmares blaring. I got a bad, bad feeling in this place. The colorful swirls, the mystic rainbow haze.
I like the plushies there. I need to get a plushie of Kane. I think that'd be kind of cute and creepy at the same time.
Sinister feel, cotton candy sway. Can anyone out there please just send this game? So sweet and I'm all out of time. Digital and I'm out of my mind. Take me to the candy shop, all the way up to the mountain top. So sweet and I'm all out of time. Digital and I'm out of my mind. Take me to the candy shop, all the way up to the mountain top. Quicksand like sugar, sugar. Quicksand like sugar pulls me down. And I'm all out of time. Digital and I'm out of my mind. Quicksand like sugar, sugar. Quicksand like sugar pulls me down. And I'm all out of time. Digital and I'm out of my mind.
I really enjoyed that. I also noticed that in terms of like being very vague, this reminded me a lot of the what is it? The song that Rockit Music did about Don't Fret, where it talks a decent about it talks a decent amount about like the aspect of the actual series, but it doesn't give you any spoilers whatsoever about the actual context of what happens in that episode. So I guess my original disclaimer didn't really matter too much in terms of like the song. Obviously I talked about it, but like there are a couple things that I kind of wish had been done a little bit differently. I would have liked to have seen Gummy Goo. I would have liked to have had some relation to Gummy Goo's like connection with Pomni. But in terms of like the song itself and what we heard, it was a fantastic job. Like, obviously, that's what they were talking about. They were trying to keep it as spoiler free as possible for people who haven't seen the actual episode, and I understand that. I totally understand that. I respect that. That was a creative choice, just so that way, you know, they could create a song about episode 2 without actually spoiling anything. Fully understand that. But if they revisit episode 2, I'm kind of hoping they revisit specifically Gummy Goo. I want to see Rockit Music do a song about Gummy Goo. Because he very quickly became the star of episode 2 for me. So yeah, I'm hoping that that they touch back on episode 2 of ADC in the near future. But anyway, that's going to be it for me. Thank you for joining me. I am Markov12, and I will see you in the next video.